Hi everyone, this is Julie Bean with Beadaholic, and in this video we are making heirloom quality jewelry, pieces that you'll want to pass down and give as gifts for special occasions, birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, things like that, that you really want to have that are meaningful and will stand the test of time. So we're going to be using sterling silver and beautiful Austrian crystal by Prestige Crystal. So what I'm going to be making in this video is a necklace using a 4-leaf clover. So if you're Irish or want some good luck, this is always a fun little piece. So here I've got the beautiful sterling silver crystal, or not sterling silver crystal, sterling silver pendant. You can see what that one looks like. And I'm going to pair it with a green crystal, and this is by Prestige. You could leave the crystal off if you want. I just thought it was nice to add a little something. Then I've got these beautiful Fleur-de-lis connector links. So you see what this looks like, and it's really nice and it's very dimensional. You can see what the back looks like. And we're gonna put this with a pearl, but you could also pair this with a birthstone color as well, which would be really pretty as well. So we're gonna do that with the little pearls. And then I have this cute little whimsical bee. I like this bee a lot, and he's interesting because of his loop orientation. So one loop is facing that way, and one loop is facing this way. He's really good looking on all sides here. So he's a pretty, pretty little bee. So I've purchased duplicates. So like for the fleur-de-lis and the little bee, I made sure I bought 2 of them and got matching little crystals. For the bee, I wanted kind of like an amber looking, honey looking color, so I picked that. And all of the things you see here can be purchased over at beadaholic.com. There's also going to be a link in this video that will take you to the project supplies as well if you want to know more details. For my tools is your basic tool set. I have 2 pairs of chain nose pliers. I have a wire looping plier. Now you could also use a round nose, and I have a pair of cutters, and that's it. So it's your basic tools you use for basically all your jewelry making projects. And we just got some really, really beautiful supplies here to use to make our projects. First off, I want to make the necklace. So I have a pre-made sterling silver chain here. So this is nice. The clasp is already attached, as you can see here. And so all I need to do is, for the pendant itself, I need to put a jump ring on. So what I'm going to do is just take my chain nose pliers, take my jump ring. Now this jump ring has a little opening. So this is called an open jump ring, and as opposed to a closed. So a closed one is completely soldered and you can't open it to slip something on it, but an open one, you just twist, open. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna slip it on that little loop of that clover and then just around the chain as well. Okay, and then you're just going to close it on up. There we go. And when you want to kind of look at it from all sides and make sure that it truly is closed, because from one angle it can look closed and it might not look closed from the next angle. So that is actually done. It was that quick and that easy. Now I do want to add that one little extra bit to it, which is going to be the little green crystal. Now this is a bicone crystal by Prestige. We're just going to slip it on to our head pin, and we're going to, in this case, make a wrapped wire loop. I like the look of wrapped wire loops. I like the wrappings. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it, put it in my plier right here. There's just a little gap between where it exits the bicone and where my pliers are. And I'm just going to squeeze. It does the work for me. Twist it, twist it. Now this is also a sterling silver head pin as well. And the jump ring was sterling silver as well. So that's nice. If you are making heirloom jewelry, it is nice to be consistent if you can. There's also silver filled. So I'm just going to take this wire with my hand and make some wrappings. And you can do a couple, you can do 2 or 3, whatever you're comfortable with. So you see how that looks right there. And then you trim your tail. To trim it, you just go in there with your cutters, make a little snip, go back in with your chain nose pliers and tuck that end. And what I wanted to do with this one is I'm also going to hang this one from a jump ring as well. You could just attach it directly to the chain. That is an option as well. I just thought it would look nice if it dangled the same way that the clover did. Kind of a nice consistency there. So they're both going to be on a little jump ring. Just going to slip that on, close it on up, and then we've got our little necklace. And so you can see how that looks. You've got those two pieces together. You've got the little crystal and you have the clover pendant. And again, this would be a good time to put in a birthstone crystal color as well, maybe ruby, amethyst, sapphire. All of those are available in prestige crystal, so you could definitely pick out your birthstone color and make this a personalized necklace, in addition to being one wishing good luck. Okay, so that did it for the necklace, and now we've got two pairs of earrings to make, the little bee and the fleur-de-lis. Okay, for the bee, we've got these kind of interesting clef earring hooks, so just a little something different. We've got that nice, what we're kind of imagining to be a honey-colored round bead, and we're going to do the same thing here. We're just going to stick the round bead onto our head pin, and we are going to make a loop. Now what I want to do for this one is I'm going to directly attach it right here, so I'm not going to use a jump ring. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the first part of my loop making. So I'm just going to make a nice little loop, and then I'm going to pull my pliers away, and I'm going to open up this loop just by twisting it a little bit to create a little gap in there. And now I'm going to go ahead and just slide on that ring to the bee, close it on up by pinching it, and make a wrap. Okay, so I've got some little wrappings in there, and now I'll trim that tail the same way I did before. And if you're new to jewelry making, you will get really good at these wraps really quickly because you make them all the time. Okay, so now I'm going to make the second one because I want to make my little matched pair. I love these little bees. They're so cute. They're whimsical, but they're done in such a stylish, classy way in the sterling silver that they look very elegant. Just a little bit of elegant whimsy. Okay, I'm going to do this exact same thing here. Again, just make my loop. I'm going to pull that off, open up my loop a little bit, put my little honeybee on there. Okay, pinch it shut, and make my wrappings again. And you can do a couple, whatever you're comfortable with. Some people like to do just one, like 1.5. Some people do 2. Some people do 3 full wraps. I tend to vary based on what project I'm doing. So I don't always stay consistent with exactly how many wraps. But there you go. You got that little guy right there. Now all we have to do is put on the earring hooks. So to do that, it's just a little loop at the base that you kind of pull open, slip them on. Now he is double-sided. He looks good from both sides, and your crystal looks good from both sides. So you don't have to worry about how you're putting him on, if he's facing forward or not. So then what we're going to do is we're just going to close up that little loop to make sure he stays in there. So there he is. He's all done. Let's make his little matched pair right here. So what's nice is these are such nice quality, beautiful pieces, but they don't take you long to make. So that's a great option. If you are making gifts, or maybe you're selling jewelry or it's a special occasion, it is nice that it's pretty quick to make these. Okay, so we've done the necklace now, and we've done the first pair of earrings, and now we're going to do the second pair of earrings. Okay, for this earring, we've got that fleur-de-lis connector link. Really easy. And again, you're seeing kind of the basic same techniques done over and over again, but with different components, and it obviously creates a different look. So in this case, we're going to do pearls, and this is a prestige pearl as well. And for this one, I also want to connect it to the actual component itself before I do my wrappings. You could use a jump ring as well. If you don't want to do the whole connection process where you kind of pull this open and link it to it, you could absolutely make your wraps the same way that you made your wraps in the little right here, the little bicone, but just use a jump ring. And there's all different sizes of jump rings as well. So in this case, I would probably recommend a 4mm bicone if you were going to do that. I mean, a 4mm jump ring, excuse me, if you're going to do that, because it's kind of a nice little petite piece. All right. There we go. We've got our little pearl, and I love the pearl with the fleur-de-lis. It's so elegant. Okay, we just need to do that one more time. So we'll just go ahead and put this on here. And you can imagine how you could adapt this to any component that is similar in terms of how it's structured. So if it's got some nice loops to attach to, it's a nice connector link, you can pick out whichever one you like And then also whichever crystal you like or pearl you like, you can definitely use these as inspiration and ideas, and then create your own as well. Okay, so again, we just need to do our wraps. Okay, trim our tail, tuck our end. Okay, and now we've got this one done. So it's just, we need the earring hooks, and I really love these earring hooks. I've got a nice little decorative ball right there, which is really pretty. And so we're just going to twist this open, slip. Ooh, okay, interesting, because I'm doing this live here. Not live, but I didn't make these ahead of time. So this can't go over the little ball. So we're gonna go another way. Let's see. That's gonna end up backwards. Okay, so we're gonna go through this side. And, oh, you know what? He's backwards. Okay, so he goes facing forward. Okay, so put it on here facing forward. And there you go. And now he's on there. So that's good to know. You can't put it through over the little ball, which is good. It makes it a little bit more secure even, but there we go. So we've got that earring done, and we're gonna do this one. So again, we do need to open up this little loop first just to give it space to come over there. But we're gonna go ahead and put this on from the back of it, twist it on down, and then close it on up. And you're done. So we made 3 pairs of earrings, all with sterling silver. So there is our Fleur-de-lis one with the little pearl. And then we've got our little honeybee with our little honey-colored crystal. And then we've got also our lucky necklace here with our crystal and our 4-leaf clover as well. So all of these were very quick and easy to make. All of them you can find the supplies for over at beadaholique.com. I hope you enjoyed this pretty quick tutorial and these projects, and you can find many more over at beadaholique.com. Thanks everyone.